Hey guys, welcome to another Chessmaster video. So today I'd like to share a game I played today, and I'm not gonna spoil it, so I'm not gonna tell you who won the game. And opponent is right, despite is from Latvia as well, so it's two Latvian rivalry. Let's start with few moves and then see how it's going. And you will have a job, guys. Later on I will ask you, can you spot a mate? And it's gonna be a checkmate in a lot of moves. So game started with a c4, so I replay with a e5. That's one of the most common replays. So knight c3 is also a casual move, so I'm also developing my knight to f6. So e3 and bishop out, so the bishop move. Yeah, well, I was thinking for a while where to place it, but you know, it seemed most logical to go ahead and play the bishop b4, because usually players like to attack this knight. Moving on, so they develop the knight, and also they're ready to defend their knight. So far all moves are excellent and good. My moves, of course, excellent. Well, let's not get too excited now. So castles, they try to kick away my bishop, so I retreated and I put it on e7, because really there's not a lot of squares to place it. And if I put it on a d6, that kind of blocks my pawn, and so bishop can never be developed. And on a c5 also, not much to play for. Once they strike the center, maybe some trades, and my bishop will have to move again. So e7 it was. And they are preparing to fianchetto the bishop and castle short. So the bishop will be really powerful on the long diagonal. So I decided to immediately strike for the center. So they capture, and I capture back with the knight. So also now knight trade might be possible, but they decided to pile up on the knight. So I got another defender. So best way just to develop the bishop and kinda reinsurance the knight. So add extra defender. Well, computer said it's an inaccuracy. And one of the reasons might be because they can actually take it once I take back. No, that's not. Well, let's check out what computer thinks. Well, still it shows plus 0.18, so not sure why is that inaccuracy. So if anyone can spot it, please let me know in comment section. So yeah, well, maybe, Alright, so bishop c6 it was. Moving on to next move, so they strike for the center with a d4, and this shows me actually a little advantage, but still it's quite equal, minus 0.2. So I capture, they recapture with the queen, and I put up a c pawn to c6. I know it takes away important square for my knight, but what it does, it kinda defends the b pawn from the bishop that's on a long diagonal, so that bishop is now a little bit worse. So they castle, I take their knight, and in this case best move was for me, I think, queen takes knight. Well, they can also take with a pawn and with the knight, but they decided to capture my queen, so that's a big blunder, because most people would just take back with the rook, but I have this in-between move that comes with a check, so I decided to take the knight. They have to move the king, and now I capture back the queen. So right now I'm up a piece, and the game is still on. Well, actually, sorry guys, 2 pieces. Yeah, because I captured one, they took my queen, and I got another piece in between before I recaptured their queen. So up 2 pieces. This game already looks pretty winning for me, so I just have to trade down, and that's what I'm doing. So a couple developing moves from my side. And yeah, well, usually you want to get rooks on a 2nd or 7th rank, depends which color you're playing. So if you get 2 rooks over here, those are called pigs, and they pretty much eat all the pawns and then checkmate the king. So king move, actually that king move I didn't really understand, but well, okay, yeah, they want to defend the pawn, that's pretty much it. So I pile up, I double up my rooks over here, so they decided to move the pawn up, and over here, well, you can pause the video and see which is the best move, but in the game I actually played a mistake, but I understand it's a mistake, but it's also 2 important pawns I'd like to take. So h5 it was. I'm weakening my king now, but I'm also about to open up their king. So they push it, I retreat with the knight, and same thing, I also attack, so 2 pieces over here. They defend, and this is the mistake I played, so I played bishop takes g5. I could also take with the knight. I didn't really have to take at all. I'm up a lot in material, I could win anyway, but this way I found it more interesting. So they take back, of course, and I get 2 pawns for a bishop. So I lost a bishop pair as well, that's another thing. But okay, I wanted to make it fun, so I did. And they decided to kick away my knight, so yeah, this is a little bit tricky. I played bishop h3, so in case they take the knight, I can capture over here, so they have to move somewhere. And then I'm gonna get the other rook in the game. So they retreated the bishop and I retreated the knight. So that move with a rook at the a3, I'm not sure how good is it. Maybe it was just good, not excellent, but not inaccurate. It's just defending the a-pawn, but makes the rook a lot more passive. Well, it wasn't doing a whole lot on a c1 as well, because this pawn is up. So I think in the long term I made a good move with that c-pawn. So next rook up, so kind of keeping an eye on both pawns over here. They're only defended by the rooks. So, and they just come right back with the rook, so this is something I didn't understand. So I can also pick up this pawn, but I had more fun ideas in the game. So over here it's let me double check. So it's checkmate in 6 moves or 5. Okay, can you spot the checkmate, guys? Okay, well, it would be checkmate in 5 moves if my opponent plays all the bad moves, but it's kinda losing a lot for them anyway. So if you come up with answer knight takes f4, well, that was the correct answer. So note that they cannot take back with the pawn. So if they do, this is what I already saw a move ago. So it's rook check. If they block, I can just take it, right? And if they move a king, well, actually they cannot move king, sorry. So they have to block. I'm gonna take it. So they can go in the corner. It's gonna be another check. They can go back. It's gonna be the other rook that checks, and then there will be a checkmate move. I'm gonna pause again and you will see it. So they take back, accepted my sacrifice. So computer already says it's a mate in 5. So actually, when I said that I saw the mate, it was mate in 7. So 7 moves ahead. Well, wasn't that hard, since 5 moves are quite forced. So rook check, block with the bishop, only legal move. Important to take back with the g-rook to keep those guys on 2nd rank. As I mentioned previously, they're very strong over there. So king has to move, another check, king moves, and in this case it's a d-rook that has to give a check. So king has only 1 move, and we can already tell there will be a checkmate. So you can try to guess the next move. Take a little pause. So if you come up with the answer that a g-rook goes to any square pretty much on a g-file, that's a correct answer, because it's checkmate. Even if you place it over here, that pawn could take it. It will be a discovery for the king. So yeah, now it will be discovery. Alright, let's see. So that's my legendary game. So not often I manage to see checkmate in like 7 moves. So was quite forced line anyway, but still feels really good to win. And yeah, well, thank you, Righties, for the game, my Latvian fella. I hope you guys found this video instructional. And yeah, well, if you came up with the answer back in the game where this was an inaccurate move, let's go back a little bit. The bishop move. So yeah, bishop e6. If you come up with the answer why is this inaccurate, please leave a comment down below. So it would be nice to kind of see, experience the player thoughts. So yeah, once again, thank you all for watching, and until next time.